Hello and welcome back to Adventures of Well and Me. Got a little bit of a different video again. Really wanted to open on some Yu-Gi-Oh cards on the channel again, and I've got 2 packs today. We're going to do one this week, one next week. Kind of hopefully going to get back into a single pack Sunday opening thing because I'd love doing that and I want to do it again. So today we have a Yu-Gi-Oh Speed Duel starter deck for Destiny Masters. So let's check this one out. Okay, so this is the Yu-Gi-Oh! Speed Duel starter decks for the Destiny Masters, which is Yugi, Shizu, and Pegasus. So let's get into this. So pretty much it's uses the same format as the Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links games. Oh, okay, so it comes with a couple of different things. So it's oh, of course there. And there was comes with 3 different decks that are 20 cards max. Oh, it's cool. They're like tiny little packages with little deck lists on the back as well. So that's cool. You got some variation cards. You got a little playmat as well for speed duels, which if we open this up, it's a 3-card in the middle format. So the sides are still the same as the old game, but you've only got these 3 spots in the middle, and then it's got some rules on the back here, the different decks that you can get at the moment for these. There are some boosters that have come out. There's some basic rules here, and also the introduction to character cards with the skills. So in the Duel Links game, you've got the skills that you can use with the characters. In this, you actually get some as well to use. So that's really cool. Let's take a look at this first. So you have all these, and then your variant cards for Shard of Greed, the Golden Apples, and Mimicat. So that's in here. So I think the idea of this is you can swap these out for different cards. So these are really cool. So, Shard of Greed, the Golden Apples, and Mimicat. These are really nice. And they've got Speed Duel listed down here, so you know that they are for Speed Duel. So they might have slightly different effects on them compared to the main one. I'm not 100% sure because I don't remember all the cards that well. Oh, this has a rip tab as well. Can I get it out? I'd like to keep this if I can. Yes, there we go. It's got a rip tab, but you can actually keep your cards in that. That's cool. Glad I managed to keep it intact. So we've got our effect cards, our skill cards, as well as the deck. So I'm just going to give a quick flick through here. Nothing too fancy. But they do all have Speed Duel kind of as a watermark there. We've got Rogue Doll, Toon Alligator, Parrot Dragon, Dark Rabbit, Toon Mask Sorcerer, Toon Mermaid, Toon Summon Skull, Relinquished, Black Illusion Ritual, Toon Table of Contents, Toon Rollback, Toon World, Yami, Sort of Deep-Seated, Toon Defense, Jar of Greed, and Wild Tornado. So they're pretty standard cards that you get, very common cards for the most part, but you've got your 3 abilities here. Now this is the cool stuff. So you've got It's a Toon World, which you can use that as your starting ability, which it's treated as Toon World. You've got Mind Scan, which is at the start of the 3rd turn, if your life point is, or if LP is 3,000 or higher, activate this skill, count both players' turns. You may look at your opponent's set, spell, and trap cards at any time. If your life points drop below 3,000, flip this card over. And Millennium Eye. At the start of the duel, look at your opponent's opening hand. You may choose to have that player shuffle their hand into their deck and draw a new hand. If both players use a skill at the same time, the turn player resolves their skill first. So you've got these 3 abilities which kind of mix up play a little bit, which I really like how that works in Duel Links. I'm excited to see when I start playing, because I usually play with Jacob. you've been on the channel before, we usually play Yu-Gi-Oh when we get together, so be testing this out because we've got 6 different decks that we can try. I'm going to save Yugi for last because Yugi is, of course, my favourite character. I am that guy. But yeah, I'm going to keep these little deck cases together. I don't know why they made it that you just rip it open. I suppose if it's a tournament and you're trying out, you just open it, rip it, and then that deck is yours because they've probably done that previously. But we've got those we'll go through after. Now these are all Gravekeeper's cards, I'm pretty sure, so I'm not going to read Gravekeepers out every time. I'll just go through the secondary word, which is here. So it's all Gravekeepers. We've got Curse, Spear Soldier, 2 of those, Vassal, Chief, Cannon Holder, Assailant, Priestess, Recruiter, Shaman, Oracle, Cat of Ill Omen, Gravekeeper's Steel, Hidden Temples of Necrovalley, Sebek's Blessing, Blast Held by Tribute, Rite of Spirit, and Eye of Truth. And then cards here we have Prescience, I don't know how to pronounce that. Prescience. I'm going to say Prescience. Prescience, I don't know. If your opponent's life points or LP is more than twice your LP, activate this skill. You may look at the top card of both your and your opponent's deck at any time. Gravekeeper's Lot. If you lose 1,800 or more LP, you can activate this skill during your next draw phase. During your draw phase, you may search your deck for a Gravekeeper's card, reveal it to your opponent, and add it to your hand instead of drawing. If you do that, flip this card over. And then we have Millennium Necklace. At the start of your opponent's turn, before they draw, you may look at the top 3 cards of their deck and rearrange them in any order. This skill can only be used once per duel. That's cool. And then we have Yugi Boy here. So let's check out his little speed deck. Now there have been some booster boxes out for these, but I'm not sure of how many there are, how many sets, but I'm going to look into doing those for the single pack Sundays, because I want to build up the collection so I can play these with my friends, because I think one thing that my friends do get annoyed with is how long sometimes it takes to get through a game with the longer ones. It's a little bit overwhelming for them because they don't play as much as me, so I think Speed Duels is perfect for getting them more into it. Anyway, we have Dark Magician, Feral Imp, Rogue Doll, Dark Magician Girl, Legion the Fiend Jester, Stern Mystic, Double Costin, Blue Dragon Summoner, Thousand Knives, Sage's Stone, Dark Magic Attack, Ryu Yoku, Tribute Doll, Wonder Wand, Light Force Sword, Magician's Circle, Magic Jammer, and 7 Tools of the Bandit. And then, 3 ones here. We have Power of Dark. All field and spellcaster monsters on the field gain 200 attack and defense. All fairy monsters on the field lose 200 attack and defense. It's essentially yummy. We have Destiny Draw. If you lose 2,000 more LP, you can activate this skill during your next draw phase. During your draw phase, you may search your deck for any card, reveal it to your opponent, and add it to your hand instead of drawing. If you do that, flip this card over. And then Final Draw. Activate this skill during your main phase. Once per turn, during your turn, you may place a counter on this skill. If it has 3 or more counters when you would draw a card, you may search your deck for any card and add it to your hand instead. At the end of your turn, you use this skill. At the end of the turn you use this skill, you lose the duel. So if you don't win after you've done this, you lose. Wow, there's some pretty strong skills that you can use as Yugi. So yeah, no, so that is the Speed Duel starter set for Yugi, Pegasus, and Shizu. Actually, I like these little packs. I just wish that they didn't have the rip tabs on the back. That's kind of annoying because I know as soon as I get friends over to play, they're going to be ripped. But maybe I can have almost like a sealed kind of tournament thing for them. That's good, and you get your 3 variant cards here, which you can swap in and out. So I think the idea is that each one of these is relevant to a certain player, or they kind of work with certain decks. Well, this one's clearly a Toon one. Yeah, I don't know, maybe these 2 could swap around, but yeah, that's cool. Yeah, if you like this video, please hit that like button and consider subscribing. Definitely Be awesome if you did that, and we'll be doing a lot more single pack Sundays and things like that in the future. So I miss doing those, want to do them again, look forward to them. Anyway, have a great day guys, and I'll catch you next time.